Avoidance and narcissistic people never want you to dig or do anything to kind of help yourself to see what it is that they want out of your life or what type of game they got you involved in. They want you to be blind. They want you to be compliant. They want you to be confused. They want you to have no fucking clue about what's going on because that is how they remain powerful. That is the gig. The gig is the illusion, the confusion. If you've ever seen Spider Man, like Mysterio, right? How he's able to augment reality and shape shift and make all sorts of shit. That's the game. But once you slap that nigga in his head, and all the games start disappearing and you start seeing reality, you just put hands on him and that's it. He's just a normal dude. But all the chaos and stuff like that, that's how they keep control over you. But when you do something like search through their stuff, search through their Instagram, search through their phone, I don't know. Some of y'all in the one-on-ones, y'all telling me y'all showed up at people's houses or whatever the case may be, or their jobs, or you showed up at their family or whatever the case may be. Whatever wild stuff you did, doing this stuff most of the time will cost you your relationship. But if that ends up costing you your relationship, to me personally, I always thought that that was some sucker stuff, and I actually never fully. I think it's a cheap shot because here's the thing: you gotta look through their stuff. Why? Because they be doing shit. Let's just be real. They be doing shit. And it's like, in order for you to feel better inside, internally, you gotta look through their stuff just to calm your nervous system to understand, like, okay, I'm not bugging and what they say that they feel about me is accurate. So, you know what? I gotta just do it so I gotta do this to make me feel better. And if you gotta do this to make you feel better, then what's the problem? What's the problem? You know what you did. You put us in this predicament. Yo, if every now and then somebody who really want to be with me, I should be able to look through that phone, look through that Instagram, you know, show up where you at or whatever, and it should never be no problem. Because you that's just what people who want to be with people after they made a mistake do. So what's the problem? And then you want to turn it, they want to flip the switch and turn it on you and make you seem like you're crazy or like it was a breach of privacy, which to some degree it is, right? But it's a simple, yo, just don't do that. You know what I mean? You still looking through my stuff like, yo, I don't do that anymore, or I thought we put this behind us, or whatever the case may be, or you don't have to do that, or just comfort you. But that's not what these type of people do. They see that you're in this predicament and they see that you're like clearly traumatized, and they take it as a cheap shot to like break up with you and then tell everybody and paint the narrative like, yo, you know what, this person's a toxic person, this person is crazy, when they know exactly what they're doing and they're trying to play like they're a saint or like they're innocent, but they're not. Because there's a reason you got here. You wasn't always paranoid. You wasn't always anxious. You got anxious when shit didn't feel safe. And it's your partner's job to make you feel safe. Faith and dreams. Schwagger, schwagger, schwagger.